tried. Number 10. Broccoli. Broccoli is a great healthy vegetable snack. Not only is it low in calories, but it won't make you gain any weight. In fact, it can help you lose weight by filling you up. A cup of this cooked vegetable is only 54 calories, and since it is 89% water, by weight, it aids in making you full fast. In addition, broccoli will help keep your digestion regular thanks to its fiber content. It's also rich in vitamins K, C, and A. You can start off by throwing some broccoli in a high-fiber breakfast salad. Just remember to steer clear of the ranch, melted cheese, or any other toppings, as these fatty dressings can spike up the calorie content. Bear in mind that eating broccoli alone in the morning won't make you lose weight if you're on a diet. As with the other food items on this list, take into consideration of what other foods you're eating and what exercises you're practicing if you want to lose or stabilize your weight. Number 9. Plain, low-fat yogurt. Yogurt is an excellent tasty treat that aids with digestion and balances the bacteria in your stomach. But I know what you're thinking. What's so great about plain yogurt? Well, eating plain unsweetened low-fat yogurt is the best because artificial flavorings are chock full of sugar that can contribute to weight gain. It's important to stick to low-fat instead of non-fat because when all the natural fat is removed, other processed additives are thrown into it to make it taste like regular yogurt. Not only is yogurt filling, but it's high in calcium. Scientists at the University of Knoxville have discovered that dietary calcium influences weight loss, so high calcium foods preserve metabolism and heighten body fat breakdown. It's also quick to eat and can be taken on the go. Number 8. Extra firm tofu. We're not talking about regular tofu here, we're talking about extra firm tofu. So what's the difference? Well, extra firm tofu is a bean curd with lower water content than other types of tofu. It has more protein due to the presence of more soy, and it's firm in texture, less crisp, and virtually tasteless. Extra firm tofu is considered a slimming food because it is low in fat and low in calories. It is also a non-animal high-protein material that is rich in phosphorus and calcium that has a lot of magnesium and iron. Plus, it's versatile to cook. You can add it to a hot pot of soup, braise it, stew it, or combine it with minced fish, or use it to make tofu burger patties as a healthy alternative. If you're not a big fan of extra firm tofu, you can go for silken, dried, sweet, and fermented tofu to still get all the protein contents. Number 7. Apples. Apples are essential to maintaining a healthy diet. Since apples are over 80% water, this replenishes volume and provides satiety without packing on extra calories. Pectin is a soluble fiber in the fruit that aids to slow down the digestion process and helps you to feel full. Apples rank high on the satiety index, and a number of research findings conclude that eating fruit overall is linked to weight loss over time and lower calorie absorption. Another study observed the effect of consuming applesauce, apple slices, or gulping some apple juice at the start of your meal. It was found that those people who ate substantial apple slices ate 91 lesser calories than those consuming applesauce and 150 lesser calories than those drinking apple juice. To sum it up, eating apple segments also ensued in higher fullness and lower hunger and other forms of fruit. So what are you waiting for? Grab an apple and enjoy. Number 6. Sweet potato. Despite its name, it has no relation to the potato or yam and is an entirely different type of vegetable that comes in an array of colors. Depending on where you live, you may be able to find sweet potatoes that are orange, yellow, purple, and even white. Sweet potato is almost 4 grams of dietary fiber, which helps you feel satisfied with a lesser amount of food and for a longer period too than other foods with little fiber. This vegetable is also loaded with a ton of nutrients like potassium, vitamin B6, anti-inflammatory ingredients, and beta-carotene, which is processed into vitamin A in our bodies. Sweet potatoes also minimize insulin resistance and balance food glucose levels. Boiling and steaming sweet potatoes are great ways to preserve its supplements. Boiling it without its skin is only 151 grams in calories, and it makes a great addition to any meal. Number 5. Citrus fruits. Just like apples, citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are loaded with pectin, which heightens indulgence and slows down digestion. Plus, they have a higher water content. In fact, both grapefruit and oranges are over 80% of water, so they'll be able to fill you up in just under a few calories. In a study taken from the National Center for Biotechnology Information, overweight volunteers who ate grapefruits shed more weight than those volunteers who were given placebos. So it's often suggested that eating grapefruit can advertise weight loss. In a separate experiment, eating half of a grapefruit at least 3 times a day during meal times for 6 weeks was linked to modest weight loss and a decline in waist girth. So even though grapefruits are extremely sour in taste, it does have a lot of beneficial effects, and it'll also fill you up without you gaining any extra pounds. Number 4. Beets. This deep, dark, reddish-purple vegetable has edible leaves and is high in fiber. It contains nitrates which improve blood flow, decreases blood pressure, and is beneficial for the heart. Research conducted by the University of Exeter found that beet nitrates minimize the amount of oxygen needed during exercise. In addition, beet juice also aids people who can't exercise due to existing heart conditions. Another compound in beets are antioxidants, which show anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory properties in lab studies. Beets only contain 75 kcal in 1 cup, and other studies show that beets contain B-complex vitamins that can lower chronic inflammation. Try to buy organic beets and don't peel away the skin, as the skin provides many natural antioxidants. Since the betalains can be destroyed when cooking, make sure to boil or steam the beets and cut them in equal medium sizes so they'll cook within 15 minutes. Number 3. Portobello mushrooms. Also known as button mushrooms or white mushrooms, they contain no cholesterol and is almost fat-free. They are high in dietary fiber, potassium, and low in calories. Interestingly, portobello mushrooms contain conjugated linoleic acid, which some animal research theorized can help decrease fat mass. Although present in small amounts, CLA has been promoted as an anti-cancer property after scientists discovered its anti-tumor activities in lab rats. Portobello mushrooms can be cooked in various ways like baking, grilling, sautéing, and steaming, so you can utilize it in many dishes. It also has a similar texture to meat, so it can serve as a substitute for animal meat. Larger portobello mushrooms are an awesome alternative for hamburger buns too. If you're not a fan of portobellos, you can also try maitake and shiitake mushrooms instead. Daily intake of mushrooms also minimize the risk of breast cancer in women, so don't be afraid to throw some mushrooms here and there in your food. Number 2. Boiled potatoes. Many people try to avoid potatoes due to their higher carb content when trying to shed the pounds. But don't worry. Whole potatoes are chock full of fiber, vitamins, and other nutrients. They also contain 8-9 resistant starch, which contains half of the calories of regular starch. So in your digestive system, this helps you feel full by acting as a soluble fiber. People also tend to eat fewer calories when they added resistant starch to meals. Interestingly, whole potatoes alone satisfy their hunger. Even after they've cooled off, they've increased their starch-resistant content. In one analysis that measured the ability of 38 foods to gratify hunger, boiled potatoes were ranked number 1. In fact, fried potato chips were discovered 3 times to be less filling, so opt for a boiled potato instead and lightly seasoned for a touch of flavor. Number 1. Whole eggs. Eggs are incredibly healthy, cheap, and can be prepared in a number of ways. It's also nutrient-rich in protein and contains vitamin D. You might have seen movies where people who are training drink a glass of raw eggs for breakfast, and even though it may look gross, there's a good reason for it. Eggs have all 9 essential amino acids and are a source of complete protein. More than half of the nutrients are found in the egg yolks. Not only is it a filling food, but one analysis discovered that those who consumed eggs for breakfast shed more pounds and lowered their body mass index than those who ate a bagel. There are also other studies that showed people who ate eggs in the morning consumed fewer calories throughout the day and were more satisfied. Remember that protein is an essential nutrient for weight control because it is more satisfying than fats or carbs. So get a high protein kick to jumpstart your day and crack some eggs.